today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Toe to leather, and off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Returning it, Justice Hill. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Hill on the return.
Now we get our first peek at the Ravens offense, and at the helm, of course, the most valuable player of the NFL in 2019, Lamar Jackson.
And to me, he's one of the two most difficult guys in the league to game plan for in the NFL, and I add Patrick Mahomes in that category. But just about every team we talk to getting ready for Lamar Jackson says the exact same thing. We've got to slow him down running the football, yet no one's been able to really do it consistently. Now, the most impressive thing about his game to me, how he's developed as both a passer and a leader. His team believes in him.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. First down and more for Jackson. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards last season. And then the Ravens went out and drafted J.K. Dobbins out of Ohio State in the 2nd round. So now the Ravens potentially have 2 guys to pair with Lamar Jackson in the run game. Wishbone formation, anyone?
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, Ingram. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
They'll run here with Ingram. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Nothing. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Wilson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals set and ready to go on offense, leading the charge out of LSU. Joe Burrow, the #1 overall pick back in April.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
To Joe Mixon.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. This one hauled in by Sample. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Burrow, and this is going to be incomplete.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To the air again, Burrow. Being chased out left. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
Complete to Tyler Boyd.
4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, The team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Bengals score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
For the Ravens as they come back out here on offense, this is a team that got back to their winning ways in Week 4. Remember, they had their 14-game regular season winning streak snapped that Monday night loss to the Chiefs Week 3. But 3-1 now following the 31-17 victory over Washington, their 8th straight road win. And Lamar Jackson, he struggled against the Chiefs, career low 97 passing yards, but he was back to his true MVP form.
Certainly was. 2 touchdown passes, another one on the ground with one of his patented long runs. This one for 50 yards. He started to celebrate a little bit too early, but fortunately able to pull the ball back in, tuck it, and get into the end zone. But this team is still the second-best team in the AFC. They still believe they're the team to take on Kansas City. A bad one against them last week, but no loss of confidence. This team believes they're going to get another shot in the playoffs, and they can pay it off then. For the regular season, they're home against Cincinnati next week. Then they go to Philadelphia.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Makes the score Ravens 10, Bengals 7.
So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Man, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Just 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. The return man, Wilson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Brandon Wilson on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Wilson on the return. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 20.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Mixon with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Fights through, and now a crease. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mason Schreck, 40 yards. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The dangerous Hill now to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Justice Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The MVP Lamar Jackson heading out again with his Ravens. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable when you think about it. If we were talking soccer, we'd be talking relegation, wouldn't we? Would this division even exist next year? But there is potential there. The Eagles came alive with a big win on Sunday Night Football, beating San Francisco in San Francisco. Washington, they're trying to hang in there. Dwayne Haskins has to play better. Dallas should be the team. They've got to fix their defense. And the Giants, they may be 0-4. They're going to fight hard, but I don't think they're contenders in this division.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
From the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 50-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews. It was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Jackson on first down. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go! Let's go!
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now it's Wilson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
So Burrow and the Bengals down 17-14, less than 90 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to throw. That's complete to the tight end Sample. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
An 8-yard
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll look to throw. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
A gain of
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, Burrow will give way to Randy Bullock for the Bengals field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Grew up having nothing, you're labeled impatient. But once the boss made it, you're labeled amazing. Ridiculous with words, such a force of nature. I don't want to seem absurd, but that
Randy Bullock taking
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The return man is Hill. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Hill on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Returning it, Hill. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, yards count either way.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a 35-yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good.
They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run from the pistol with Ingram. Ingram's got the first down and more. The 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.